Oh, Lord. Hey, I promise I'm not gonna crash, but it's all good. It's what I prayed for. I made for this. Bruh, I just recorded a 10-minute video and I went to watch it back and there's no audio. I just fleeced y'all with so much game. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I prayed for consistency. I prayed for the drive to be able to do this consistently and not waver. So a 10-minute video going to waste, it's all good. I got 10 more minutes to spare. But what I was talking about is ways to be consistent in the gym. How I became consistent in the gym. I didn't have anything written down, so I'm gonna go off dome again. This is how y'all know. Y'all better like, comment, and subscribe, bro, because this is how y'all know I rock with y'all, and I don't even know y'all yet. But all right, first thing, fall in love with working out, not the gym. Fall in love with working out. I fell in love with working out through sports. I grew up playing football. I ran track too. Never was a hooper. Don't judge me. I can hoop though, but I never was a hooper. I digress. That's not the point of the video. But I fell in love with working out through calisthenics. I was always in the house doing push-ups and sit-ups and pull-up. We had pull-up bar, pull-ups, jump rope, calf raises, bodyweight squats. I fired off a lot of things, but the gist of it is that I fell in love with working out, not the gym. So when I got to the gym, I had that much more appreciation for what I was doing, and I was curious about everything in the gym, and I wanted to learn how to lift and push myself on different machines and learn my way around the gym. But firstly, I fell in love with working out with no equipment needed in my house. You feel what I'm saying? Like at the house. Going for runs, running up and down the driveway, running up and down the steps. I fell in love with working out in my space before I challenged myself to go out in public and learn how to use I learned how to work out in my own space before I learned how to operate in a space that's cultivated for working out. So you have to find ways to fall in love with working out, because if you go in the gym, you'll feel like an imposter if you haven't built that callus of and that love for working out. So that would be my first tip. Fall in love with working out before you fall in love with the gym. I was blessed enough to be on the football team and training and stuff like that. So that was kind of programmed into me before. And then I took that home and I love working out. And then as I matured and I got older, I started to fall in love with the gym. Tip number 2, let's see if I can remember everything. Tip number 2, have a plan. Have a simple plan. Go in knowing what you want to accomplish in the gym. Like, have a goal in the gym for the workout. And not necessarily a goal. All right, let me rephrase that. Have a plan going into your workout. Have a workout plan. No, you do not have to have spreadsheets and Excel and a million different tracking devices, tracking everything that you're doing in the gym. I know people that do that. If that's your expertise, that's an amazing thing. But I'm talking to the average viewer that's just trying to change their health and fitness around. You need to go into the gym with a simple plan that you can execute, and that will help you be consistent. If you go in, first off, if you go in roaming, not having a plan, you'll kind of just move lackadaisically. It's hard to execute with precision, and it's also hard to execute with like that willpower and that drive if you're kind of just roaming around doing things randomly. On top of that, if you overly plan, it's hard to really get into the workout. So going with a simple plan, I know I'm gonna run this distance. I'm gonna go in there and run a mile, or I'm gonna go and run for 20 minutes. I'm gonna be on this machine for 20 minutes. I'm gonna be on a stair stepper for 15 minutes. I'm gonna do 1,000 steps, whatever the case may be. Hey, it's leg day. I'm gonna hit my hamstrings. I wanna hit my quads. I wanna do an exercise for calves. Whatever the case is, have a simple plan that you can execute. Know the sets and rep range that you wanna do before your workout, so you don't go in there and feel out of place. And then also, when you finish, you'll know you're finished. You're not wasting time. you'll know that you have complete your workout, because working out doesn't have to be an all-day thing. If you love it, spend as much time in the gym as you want. It's an amazing thing. But you want to also be moving with a purpose and be executing a workout. You know what I mean? Third thing, I would say have accountability partners. You know what I'm saying? Have workout partners. As I said, that element of competition and that element of accountability really helps the consistency. If you have other people that can keep along with your journey and you can keep along with theirs as you're working out, like, those are reminders, those are signals that you can send to yourself. Hey, when I talk to this bro, hey bro, like, what you been doing in the gym? You been working out? You been getting, whatever the case is. I was blessed enough to be on a football team, so being around all the guys, and we all had a common goal. Me being in the best shape benefited the next man, and vice versa. So that accountability definitely helps. And if you don't have a friend, it's okay. I work out alone, but that doesn't hinder my consistency, because, like, I've been working out for years. Now, on top of that, my favorite workouts are the ones when I go my hardest, when I get the best out of a workout, I'm around other people. I'm around other people that can tell me, hey, nah, you got, because the person beside you might believe in you more than you might believe in yourself. Or that voice, having an exterior voice to tell you, nah, you got another one, I need another one out of you. Like, that can really go a long way. You know what I mean? That can go a long way, as opposed to if you're in the gym by yourself. A lot of times you can give yourself shortcuts. It's hard to push yourself to the limit because you don't have that accountability of an external influence. What else was I gonna say? Like I said, bro, I did it so flawless. The first time, but I'm not mad though. What else would I say? Try to make your lifestyle as active as possible. Because if say you're a couch potato all day, it's hard to come out of that energy mentally, physically, and spiritually and say, I'm going to do something that requires drive against a whole lot of resistance. Lifting weights is resistance. Running is resistance. Working out in general is resistance. You're pushing your body to do something that it does not necessarily want to do. An object at rest stays at rest. An object in motion stays in motion. So the more active you can make your lifestyle, and always go for walks, go in public, and just, opposed to doing homework at home on the couch, go to the library and try to, you know what I mean? Just try to have an active lifestyle, because energetically it's just very hard to be consistent if everything you're doing is pushing in one direction and then you're trying to have a good habit of working out going in this direction. I'm not saying that you have to track. Like I said earlier, there is people with that deep expertise and they track everything. Everything is super scheduled, super to the T. That's a beautiful thing. But like I said, you got to remember who I'm talking to. I'm talking to my viewers. I'm trying to help that person that doesn't necessarily have to, even if you're young and you're in shape, you know what I'm saying, and you don't do a whole lot of working out, but you know you could just increase yourself and increase your impact and your performance in every arena, not just physically, whether that's mentally. Live an active lifestyle. So if you're BSing with your homework, if you're BSing with your actual work, if you're lazy at work, if you're not taking care of your car and your home, and not treating the people around you in a good, if you're like, you know what I'm saying, if you're not being a good friend, if you're not, like, how you do, simply what I'm saying is how you do one thing is how you do everything. So when it comes to working out, if you want to be consistent, you have to be consistent. What Shay say? My whole life consistent, bro. Shay said he's the MVP, and when it comes to hoops, he's so consistently. When it comes to hoops, he's so consistent. He drop a 30 ball every game because the rest of his life is consistent. And the way you can make things consistent is, like I said, by having accountability, making things predictable, making things simple, so you can build that consistency. And then over time, you can add more and more elements, and then you can be consistent in a grander, I don't know. Y'all see what I'm saying, though. like even this, bro, like me picking up the phone and recording, I have you know what I'm saying? I'm being accountable to myself that I wanted to be consistent in content. I'm already consistent in the gym. This is a new thing. Like I'm trying to be consistent, picking up, recording, and dropping videos. So it would be extremely hard for me to do that if I wasn't consistent in anything else in my life. So me being in the gym is almost like a stepping stone. All right, I'm so consistent in the gym. All right, that makes it 10 times easier for me to be consistent recording because I'm going to work out regardless. I'm going to talk regardless. I'm going to pray regardless. I'm going to read books regardless. I'm going to do my homework and go to work regardless. So this is just a new thing to help elevate that. And I mean, there's not much more I want to say. I know it got a little sloppy. It's my second time recording, so I'm going off the dome. Next time, I'll try to have some notes and stuff so I can communicate as clean as possible. But I just appreciate y'all. I hope to see more of y'all this year. I don't know y'all yet, but y'all will definitely be seeing more of me this year. And yeah, I appreciate you.